And welcome to Freeport Community Park today for this section matchup between the Freeport Yellow Jackets and the Burrell Buccaneers. My name is Joe Rhodes. I'm joined by Josh Schreckengoss. Josh, exciting section matchup here. Great to be at Community Park. We got a beautiful day, a little windy, causing us some havoc here with our equipment, but beautiful day nonetheless, and a great day for baseball.
Great day for baseball indeed, Joe. The sun is out. Definitely a little windy back here in center field where we are broadcasting from live today. But yeah, baseball is in the air. Section matchup against two teams that should be battling for a section crown by the end of this season. Excuse me. Freeport and Burrell. Burrell comes in 2-0. Joe. Freeport is 3-1, coming off a tough 4-2 loss at Sarah Catholic last Thursday. But they played that team hard, and Sarah is a decent, actually above average team. So looking forward to it. Young Freeport team, as we well know, and going to get some good baseball out here today.
On the bump today, you would guess this is, I'd say, the Yellow Jackets ace and Jared Heilman. We'll see what Heilman has to offer against this tough Buccaneers lineup. First pitch coming your way right now.
Yeah, Heilman won 5 games last season and will be counted upon heavily by Freeport head coach Ed Carr this season.
Leading off for the Buccaneers is Zach Miller, the left-handed pitcher, also outfielder junior for the Buccaneers. In first pitch, ball high, ball 1 to Miller. So as you mentioned, Josh, a very young Freeport team. That's something that Ed Carr really drove the point home about so far in our talks. So here's a ground ball to short. It's collected, throw on to first, and 1 out. So 2 pitches, 1 out in this top of the first inning between Burrell and Freeport.
Yeah, Heilman pitching to contact right there. Miller maybe a little overly aggressive. That first pitch missed kind of badly, but he was swinging at the first strike. Little ground out there, 6-3, 1 out.
And first pitch swinging, strike 1 to the second batter in the lineup, Tanner Spoon.
Almost went on that breaking ball in the dirt. Little check swing. I don't know if it's Spoon or Spone, S-P-O-H-N.
So there's a pitch swinging again, strike. So Heilman getting ahead in the count here, the second batter of the order for Burrell.
Yeah, 1-2 right now to Spone. Heilman in the driver's seat. Let's see what he comes with.
And it's a ball.
Yeah, ball upstairs, a little waste there by Heilman. See if Tanner Spone would chase.
And here's a ball hit up the middle. That'll get the second baseman. Throw on to first. 2 down now for Freeport. So Heilman able to get the first 2 batters of the game here using his infield. Kind of pitch into contact, it seems, so far, Josh, for Jared Heilman.
Yeah, Braden Clark going up the middle right there. I mean, it wasn't a hard hit ground ball, overly hard hit ground ball, but right over second base. Clark able to get there, scoop it up, and fire on to first for the out.
Third batter in the lineup, the left-handed swinging Luke Virag, right-handed pitcher for the team and also third baseman. First pitch, ball 1. Here's a ball fouled out of play down the left side behind the Freeport dugout. Strike to Virag.
You know, Heilman's not a big guy, Joe, but he's got a little late movement on that fastball. It seems like a little late velocity on it. This guy, Burrell Bucks, are having a little bit of trouble getting around on it.
And a ball down the line. There's a base hit, so the first Burrell hit of the day comes off of the bat of Luke Virag. So just like that, Burrell with its first base runner here in the top of the first inning.
Yeah, 2-out base runner again. Heilman with that fastball kind of elevated. Virag able to get the bat just on it, keep it just inside the left field line. Fair down the line for a single.
Coming to the plate now is senior, listed at 6'1", 165, Tyler Mock, listed as an outfielder and a right-handed pitcher for Burrell.
It's pretty good size for a high school cleanup hitter.
It is. So Heilman now in the stretch, looks to first. He holds, and the pitch. It's a ground ball. Dribbler down the third baseline, and that's booted by the third baseman. So Mock now on first, Virag on second. So a little bit of a 2-out rally here for Burrell.
Yeah, not trying to give an error on that play to Freeport third baseman Zach Allen. That was a little dribbler up the line. Would have been a really tough play for Allen to make, even if he had fielded it cleanly. So on my scorecard, I have a single there for Mock. So back-to-back hits for the Bucks.
Coming to the plate now is Eli Ferris for the Buccaneers. Here's the pitch by Heilman. Going to be a ball.
Ooh, just off the plate, Joe. A little breaking ball.
It's a close pitch there, one I'm sure Heilman would like. Try not to rack up too many pitches here in this first inning after sitting down the first 2 batters. The second pitch of the at-bat coming, strike 1. So 1-1 now for Heilman facing number 34, Eli Ferris. You mentioned a little windy up here. It makes it a little more brisk, and we're kind of sitting in the shade, so it doesn't help matters. Here's a ball fouled out of play behind the backstop, strike 2. So now 1 ball, 2 strikes on the 5th batter, Eli Ferris, the senior.
Sitting in the shade of the big scoreboard out here in left center field.
Should be noted, we talked about Freeport's youth. Burrell with more of a veteran lineup, a lot of seniors, a lot of juniors scattered throughout their roster. Here's the pitch. Strike 3 looking, so backwards K there, Josh. So just like that, Heilman able to get out of that jam, sitting down the first 2 guys of the inning on ground balls, and then a little bit misfortune on that one at bat, but stranding 2 there was Burrell. So after a half inning, it is Freeport 0, Burrell 0 for Josh Schreckengost. My name is Joe Rhodes, Sample Sports Stream. We will be right back. And welcome back to Freeport Community Park for the bottom of the first inning between the Burrell Buccaneers and the Freeport Yellow Jackets. Burrell, 2 base runners in the first inning, unable to score after the first 2 batters of the inning grounded out. So now Freeport up, and this is Austin Kepis leading up number 5 for the Yellow Jackets. First pitch swinging through the hole between first and second. So there's a quick hit there by Freeport, not hesitating at all as Kepis there.
Yeah, Kepis leading off the game with a sharp single into right field. One thing we should look for today, Joe, is the Yellow Jackets' aggressiveness on the base paths. One thing that Coach Ed Carr said prior to the season was that his team was small but fast and looking to play some small ball to produce runs, Joe. So let's see if they're aggressive.
So the second batter is now up, and it's Dominic Kern, number 7, fouled off. So strike 1 on Freeport. Pitching today for Burrell is number 16, Luke Virag, who we saw in the top of the first inning during his plate appearance.
Yeah, Virag singled to left field in the top of the first, out there on the hill now for the Bucks.
So Virag in the stretch now. 0 balls, 1 strike on the second batter, Dominic Kern. Here's a ball back to the pitcher, throws to second, trying to throw to first, but not in time. So the lead runner out at second, but the fielder's choice does retire. The lead runner, as I mentioned there, and Kern able to make it to first, avoiding the double play. So one out now for the third batter of the inning for Freeport. It is Evan McCray, number 10. The pitch from Virag, swinging strike. So 0 1 strike on the third batter in the Freeport order.
Well, I mentioned aggressiveness on the base paths, but Freeport is aggressive at the plate. They are swinging early in the count.
They are indeed. The second pitcher's a throw over. Checking on Kern, he is safe. So 0 1 strike.
Yeah, Kern hit that little chopper back to Virag. He was able to turn around, fire to shortstop to get the lead runner. Kepis just picked off Kern right there off first base.
So just like that, inning started promising for Freeport. First pitch swinging, runner on, and a fielder's choice retired the first out. Now Dominic Kern picked off a first, so 2 outs just like that for Freeport here in the bottom of the first inning. Again, thank you for joining us for this great section matchup between the Freeport Yellow Jackets and Burrell Buccaneers. First pitch, I believe a strike, or second pitch, excuse me, there's a strike call. And again, bear with us, it's a windy day out here in Freeport Community Park. Beautiful day nonetheless, though. Great day for baseball.
Yeah, not many clouds in the sky. Gotta love that.
Here's the pitch. And strike 3. That ball looked outside, but that'll be strike 3 looking. And just like that, the Freeport order retired after a leadoff single, fielder's choice, now a strikeout. So after one inning, it is Burrell nothing, Freeport nothing. For Josh Schreckengost, my name is Joe Rhodes, Sample Sports Stream. We will be right back. And welcome back to the second inning here. Top of the second, Burrell up to bat, 0-0 in the first inning. And Jared Heilman back to work for Freeport on the mound. Here's the first pitch of the second inning, strike 1. So obviously looks like the plate's certainly a wide zone today, Josh.
Yeah, wide zone, but both pitchers are attacking. That's for sure. Nobody picking at any corners.
There's John Henderson for Burrell. Second pitch lined up the middle, so Burrell, like Freeport in the last inning, getting the leadoff batter of the inning on. This time, John Henderson, the infield junior for the Buccaneers.
Yeah, fastball out over the plate. Henderson just kind of threw his bat out at it. Line drive into center field for a leadoff base hit.
Next up for Burrell is Marshall McCallop, an infielder, also a senior, for Burrell. Heilman in the stretch. And the pitch. Strike 1. It's another one kind of low and outside, but good enough for a strike.
Hey, it looks good to blue, so that's a strike.
So 0 1 strike to the batter, McCallop. You say potato, I say potato, Josh. So timeout called. The umpire calling for time. McCallop, the senior, as we mentioned. The 7th batter in the order for Burrell today. So there's a bunt, looks like a sacrifice, and that's a foul ball. So good job by the catcher there to let that ball continue to roll until it went foul, because that would have advanced the runner to second, and still would have been a tough play to get that the runner at first as well, Josh.
Yeah, very smart play behind the plate there by Freeport's catcher, whose number I cannot see from out here. Wasn't on our lineup card that we received. So I'm trying to narrow it down by process of elimination with our fielders in the field that I can see.
So,
but a solid play nonetheless to let that ball go foul, correct, sir?
McKillop still at the dish. And the pitch by Highland, runner going. Throw down is in time, but off the mark. And advancing there was Henderson on the steal. So nice job getting that out of there. Just not an accurate throw there. And the ball on the play as well. Here's Heilman with the pitch. Strike three. So strike three looking there. Great pitch by Heilman to freeze the batter. And one down here in the top of the second inning for Burrell. Coming to the dish now is Seth Fishbach, the outfielder, also a junior, 6'2", 180 for the Buccaneers. So one down, runner on second here in the top of the second inning. Throw back to second, not in time, but great job by Heilman to turn and throw there. It's always a tough play trying to pick off a guy at second base, but that was executed well, just nearly getting that runner at second base.
Yeah, Braden Clark put his leg down to try and block the slide back, too, by Henderson.
Strike two there to Fishbach. So Heilman doing a good job so far, Josh, getting ahead in the count, not falling behind here so far in these first two innings.
Yeah, he's thrown a vast majority of his pitches for strikes today.
There's Heilman with the pitch. This ball's fouled back behind the backstop for strike, staying alive actually.
Mm-hmm.
So again, Heilman staying in that zone, doing a great job, not missing when he does by much, Josh. And the pitch by Heilman. This ball's going to be grounded, fouled down the first base line towards the Burrell dugout. So
yeah, why not pitch to contact if you're Heilman? They really haven't squared him up. You know, a few hits, one dribbler down the line that was a tough play, but, you know, a couple balls just kind of poked out into the outfield. They're not really squaring him up, so keep pounding that zone.
Fishball trying to stay alive here against Heilman. Ball low.
Wow, that just missed.
It's a nice off-speed look from Heilman there. John Henderson on second for Burrell here. One out in the top of the second inning.
Not sure that exact same pitch wasn't called a strike earlier, Joe.
And the pitch from Heilman outside for a ball.
Full count now.
So full count. Good job by Seth Fishbach, the outfielder for Burrell, to run the count full after falling behind early. Heilman throwing back to second again. Nice move, but not in time.
Ooh, Henderson barely back in time right there.
Again, Heilman, great pickoff move for second. We talked a moment ago about how difficult that is, difficult of a play and throw that is for a pitcher, stepping off, having to turn and throw, but just nearly missing John Henderson, who's on second. And the pitch, strike three, so back-to-back strikeouts looking for Heilman.
I'll tell you what, that seemed like a little bit of a makeup call for the umpire missing that called third strike, which should have been, it looked like to us, on the 1-2 count. But Heilman able to get back-to-back strikeouts looking here, and Freeport almost out of this inning facing the number 9 batter for Burrell, Trent Velocic.
Trent Velocic up, as you mentioned, last batter in the order. Timeout called. So 2 down, runner on second, and the 9th batter in the order coming to the plate for Burrell, Trent Velocic. Ball outside for ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes here. So 2 down after that leadoff hit. Great job by Heilman to buckle down and prevent that leadoff runner from getting any further than second base after the steal. Here's the pitch from Heilman. Strike 1. So
nope, he called that a ball, Joe.
Sure?
Yep.
I believe it's a 1-1.
I don't know. He didn't make any motion back there.
Well, keep in mind, folks, we're in center field here. Kind of a difficult.
We're about 400 feet away.
Kind of a tough view, and hard to see the umpire from this distance. Pitch from Heilman. That's a strike.
I can't honestly tell what those last two pitches were called.
That last one was definitely a strike. We're trying to follow along on Game Changer. Are we able to get that up, Josh, by chance? Has that gone live?
The stream has not gone up yet.
So ball fouled off weakly to the Freeport dugout on the third baseline. So 2 strikes now on the batter, for sure. We can say that. Always helps when you see a foul ball. That's an easy tell there that it's a strike. Hoping to be joined here shortly by Freeport head boys basketball coach Wayne Greiser, who graciously said he was going to join us here. And a pitch, strike 3. So great job by Gerald Heilman after giving up the leadoff hit, striking out the next 3 batters, 2 looking and the final 1 swinging. So just like that, Heilman dodging the bullet there with the leadoff hit here in the top of the second inning. So after 1.5, it's Burrell 0, Freeport 0 for Josh Schreckengoss. My name is Joe Rhodes, Sample Sports Stream. We will be right back.
It's up. Down and get a picture.
And welcome back to Freeport Community Park for this section matchup, Whitfield section matchup between the Freeport Yellow Jackets and Burrell Buccaneers. My name is Joe Rhodes for Sample Sports Stream. I'm joined by my esteemed colleague, Josh Schreckengoss. Thank you, Josh, as always, for providing such colorful commentary.
Even when we're not supposed to be, apparently. I come back early every now and again. My brain is always working, Joe.
It is always working, Josh, and
sometimes not very efficiently. Let's just put that out there.
We're very grateful for that brain of yours, though. Provides a lot of great stuff for us here at Sample Sports Stream and the Leader Times. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the Leader Times as well for our sports coverage of Armstrong County. Today we got Freeport in action here in the bottom of the second, leading off for Freeport. Josh?
Matt Mitchell
fouling the first pitch off, so strike 1 to Mitchell. Matt Mitchell, you mentioned, Josh. He's number 21. He's a junior.
Actually, this is Jared Howman up according to Game Changer, I believe.
There's a dribbler down the first baseline. Pitcher throws on to first, so 1 out. That is number 6 for Freeport.
Yep, that's Jared Howman. They on the lineup card that Freeport head coach Ed Carr gave us, Heilman is hitting, and I believe, well, we're going to have to go through on the stream here, but they're definitely DHing for Matt Mitchell because he was listed 4th on the lineup card.
Next to the plate, there's a ball called.
This will be Zach Allen.
Number 11 for Freeport. Here's the pitch from Virag, and hit by the pitch is Allen, so give him the free pass. He's going to sprint down to third with some ferocity. Was Allen. So 1 on, 1 out here in the bottom of the second inning, and to the plate is Hatalski, I believe.
Yeah, Joseph Hatalski.
Great name. Mr. Hatalski, junior for Freeport. And pitch upcoming and not swinging. Not sure what was called there. Again, we have a tough vantage point here, but we're trying to follow along on Game Changer. Tulski swinging. This one fouled back behind the backstop for a strike. So both teams getting guys on, just not able to manufacture the runs here through the first 2 innings of this contest. We're in the bottom of the second here with Freeport batting. 0-0.
0-2 on Hatulski now.
Virag looks in, the timeout called. Blue doing a good job of stopping that before Virag came and delivered the pitch. Tulski with 2 strikes on him. He grounds the ball to second. So I believe, I'm not sure what happened there. Did that hit off of the umpire, I believe?
Yes, it did, sir. Blue unable to get out of the way of the hard hit ground ball by Hatulski. Allen able to, the Burrell second baseman was just throwing his arms up. He thought he had a play on that ball, but the umpire took that one off the shin, it looked like. And he immediately signaled for a dead ball and awarded Hatulski first base and Allen second base.
So 2 runners on here for Freeport, only 1 down.
I don't know how you score that. Umpire interference.
Quick to award the base was the umpire there, so decisive play. And this is number 13.
Garrett Ben.
Garrett Ben, the junior for Freeport.
Takes a strike.
So 0 ball, 1 strike here to Ben, the junior batting in the 7th spot of the Freeport order here in the bottom of the second inning. So again, 1 out. Here's a ball driven right at the second baseman, and that hits the Freeport runner trying to get back. So ball to play, nearly a double play, but the throw.
They are going to give Zach Allen home plate on that ball into the Burrell dugout. So Freeport takes the 1-0 lead there. Hatulski diving back to first. That throw hit him, ricocheted off his back or the helmet, and rolled into the Burrell dugout. That is out of play. They award Zach Allen home plate, and Freeport takes the lead on a weird play.
So 1-0 Freeport, nearly a double play. So it went from nearly an inning-ending double play to a ball out of play and allowing the runners to advance up. In this case, on the second, was a Tulski, I believe, that got hit.
Yeah.
Ben lining out to second. Tulski trying to get back to first, as we mentioned, getting hit on the play. And I'm not sure if the Burrell manager was just ejected. I believe he might have been. Hard to tell out here. We don't get to be too much or hear the action going on there. But I believe the Freeport manager has been. I'm unsure actually what's going on here. The ump is pointing at the direction of the dugout.
Well, there's definitely commotion at home plate here.
I believe the Burrell manager wants an explanation for what is going on here. So a little bit of a delay. So Allen scoring there for Freeport on that ball out of play. So 1-0 Freeport here in the bottom of the second. Now 2 down and still with a runner on at second. That's a Tulski for the Yellow Jackets. So I'm sure that early lead is something that they wanted to get under their belt, Freeport that is, and now they have that here in the bottom of the second inning, Josh.
Yeah, the aggression that I spoke of earlier in the game on the bases, cost Freeport a base runner in the first inning, getting picked off there, Dominic Kern. But, right now, that forced Burrell into a bad throw, and that gets a run on the board for the Yellow Jackets, using that speed or the threat of their speed to make Burrell force Burrell into making a bad play.
Up to bat is Josh Turdell, the senior for Freeport, taking a ball in the first pitch. So 1 ball, no strikes to start the count. Second pitch, that's a strike by Virag, so runs the count even, 1-1. Again, thanks for everyone listening and joining us for this broadcast, this great section matchup here on a beautiful day at Freeport Community Park. There's ball 2 to Turdell, the senior for Freeport, wearing number 2. That was my baseball number back in the day, Josh.
Number 2, huh?
Number 2.
Now batting.
Safe at second on the throw. Step off and throw.
Yeah, Hatalski able to get back pretty easily. I think they're aware that Virag has a decent pickoff move.
Pitch from Virag. Ball line, right. Drop. This might drop. It will, right where we're at here in the outfield between the center fielder and left fielder, and that will score Hatalski and give Mr. Turdell a double, an RBI double, giving Freeport a 2-0 lead. So 2-out magic there for Freeport.
Yeah, Turdell lined that one up right into the left center field gap here, Joe. If we would have had a glove on, I think we could have run in and maybe had a play on that, but right at us.
One of the neat features about this ball field is right here, pretty much where an extended warning track, I guess you could call it, is a hill similar to the one played in Houston, the Major League Baseball facility that they have there. So a little bit of a hill, and it just missing the climb up this hill. So batting here for Freeport now is number 4, number 4, Braden Clark. And here's a ball to third, out on the steal attempt.
Yeah, Turdell got a little greedy there. The ball hopped away, but right to the catcher, up, throws him out at third base, trying to, feeling himself a little bit after that double. Thought maybe the ball might have kicked away a little bit more, but unable to.
So after 2 innings, it's Freeport 2, Burrell nothing. For Josh Reckengast, my name is Joe Rhodes, Sample Sports Stream. We will be right back. And welcome back to the bottom of the third inning between Freeport and Burrell. Freeport scoring, top of the third, excuse me. The Freeport Yellow Jackets able to score 2 there in the bottom of the second to take a 2-0 lead here against their section rival Burrell. To the plate is the leadoff hitter Miller, Zach Miller for Burrell.
Yeah, Freeport got a couple on the board there in the bottom of the second, able to use that speed.
Straight call.
Sorry, Joe. Turdell with that RBI double.
Once again, first run able to score on a ball thrown out of play after a line drive went to the second baseman. Throw to first, hit the Freeport runner trying to get back. Ball went in, skipped into the Burrell dugout, allowing the lead runner who was on third to advance home for the first run. And then, as you mentioned, the RBI double from Turdell. So here's Jared Heilman, his third inning of work for Freeport on the mound. The pitch. I think the runner held, so they're going to call it a ball.
Yeah, second time around here for Burrell to get a look at Heilman. See if they can have a little bit more success than the first time around. Heilman, 4 strikeouts his first time through the lineup.
Striking out 3 last inning. 2 looking and 1 swinging. 3 consecutive outs, as a matter of fact, for Jared Heilman. Pitch to Miller. Strike 3 looking. So Heilman 3 strikeouts looking in the last 2 innings. Last 4 outs for Freeport, all coming on a K from their pitcher, Jared Heilman.
Last 4 outs.
I said 4.
Oh, okay.
What do you do? Come on. Here's the second batter in the order for Burrell, number 2, Spohn. The pitch. And this is going to be grounded to third, and it's going to get through there, though. A well-placed ball by Spohn. Tanner Spohn.
Yeah, looked like a breaking ball outside there by Heilman. Spohn just kind of threw his bat at it. Found the hole between third and short.
So Luke Virag, the pitcher for Burrell, now at the plate. Left-handed swinging senior for Burrell. The runner on first. 1 down here in the top of the 3rd inning. Heilman in the stretch. Throw over to first. Not in time. Runner back safely.
Well, the Burrell dugout is fired up after that, 2-run Freeport bottom of the 2nd. Maybe they felt like they didn't get a call.
Virag looking to help himself here as he is the opposing pitcher. And strike called in the outside corner for Jared Heilman. So 2-0 here in the top of the 3rd inning. 1 runner on for Burrell and 1 down. And the pitch. Here's a runner going down to second. Ball nearly skipping away, but the runner will be safe.
Spohn able to get in there before the throw. Stolen base for him.
It'll be Burrell's 2nd stolen base on the day. Virag still at the dish. Okay, we're having a hard time keeping count here. We're under the scoreboard as well.
0-2 on Virag.
And strike 3 swinging, so give Heilman another K. Every out in the last 2 innings so far, Josh, all 5.
Yeah.
All coming via the strikeout.
Jared Heilman has kind of a hitch in his delivery, kind of holds that leg up. I don't know if maybe that's, kind of getting the batters off balance a little bit, but as you can see from his delivery, he kind of holds that left leg up, a little bit of a pause before he delivers to the plate. Now, that time he didn't do it, but trust me, folks, he will.
First pitch from Heilman there to mock the catcher for Burrell, ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes to Tyler Mock. Heilman looks back the runner at second and delivers. Ball called by Blue. So again, it's a nice day here. We're sitting in the shade though, kind of chilly.
Yeah, a little chilly. I've got the coat on, Joe.
And the pitch from Heilman here. This ball's going to be hit to right field. A lot of air under the ball and retired easily for the out. So after 3.5 innings, Josh, it is Freeport 2, Burrell nothing for Josh Freckengast. My name is Joe Road, Sample Sports Stream. We will be right back. And welcome back to Freeport Community Park here, bottom of the 3rd inning. Freeport looking to add to its 2-0 lead here, scoring 2 runs in the second inning was Freeport. Coming to the plate is Braden Clark, the 9th hitter in the Freeport order. First pitch. Virag back to the mound for Burrell. Second pitch of the bat. Ball fouled down the right field line, out of play. So, no balls, 2 strikes on the junior Braden Clark. Pitch from Virag, delivers low and outside, ball 1. So, Josh, tell me what your early impression here is of this Freeport lineup.
Well, the lineup has done kind of what I thought. Not a lot of big boppers. They got that gap shot by Turdell to get the run in.
Clark, ball hit to second base. It's going to be a tough play, but the throw over and out is Braden Clark for the first out of the inning.
Boy, Clark made that close at first base.
So what you expected, Josh?
Yeah, kind of, not a lot of big boppers in that lineup, using their speed, getting Burrell to make a bad play because of that speed, the threat of that speed. And also, the big takeaway is Jarrett Howman. I mean, he's got the strikeout pitch working, and he's keeping these Burrell bats very much off balance right now in the early going.
Austin Kepis coming to the plate for Freeport here, back to the top of the order for the Yellow Jackets. Ball low for ball 1. So, Kern in the hole, on deck.
Yeah, Kepis singled his first time up.
Ball high for ball 2. Excuse me. This ball 2. And ball fouled back behind the opposing dugout, the visitor dugout rather, for strike 1.
Dangerous place to park down there, Joe.
That's why we prefer parking here in the outfield. If I get hit out here, it was meant
worth
to be.
It.
It was meant to be.
Somebody's going to be happy about hitting a car out here.
The pitch swinging for strike 2, so count now even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Kepis, the leadoff hitter for Freeport, as you mentioned, singling earlier in the contest. And that'll run the count full to 3-2 now after the ball from Luke Virag, the pitcher for Burrell today.
Yeah, Virag with the quick look away after that pitch. Thought he might have had strike 3.
And the pitch. Ball is going to be grounded to the second baseman. A lot of action for him today. Throw on to first. Out. So 2 up and 2 down for Freeport here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, Josh.
Yeah, Trent Velachik over there at second base for the Bucks. Looks like he's got a pretty short glove. He actually made that throw that hit Hatalski in the back or in the helmet and skipped into the dugout, which plated Zach Allen with Freeport's first run.
Here's Dominic Kern coming to the dish for Freeport. Ball in the dirt. Makes the count 1 ball, no strikes on Kern.
I had a senior league coach that used to call those pitches 54-footers because they were not 60.
Virag with the second pitch of the at-bat. Ball high, so first one low, second one high gives Kern the 2 balls, no strike advantage. And the pitch from Virag. Looks outside, but called strike.
Got that corner.
To number 7, Dominic Kern.
Yeah, Kern on because of a fielder's choice his first at bat, but got caught leaning at first by Virag.
Swinging for strike is Kern. Make the count even now at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Virag doing a good job of battling back. Tough second inning for the Burrell pitcher. The ball's hit down the right field line and foul. So 2 balls, the count remains 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, Kern, Virag, a little battle right now. Able to foul one off down the right field line. Shorten up that swing, just try and put the ball in play.
So 2-2 count here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. 2 down already for Freeport. And strike 3. So 3 up and 3 down for Freeport after scoring 2 in the second inning, unable to capitalize here and add to their lead in the third inning. So after 3 innings, it is Freeport 2, Burrell nothing. For Josh Reckengoss, my name is Joe Rhodes, Sample Sports Stream. We will be right back. And welcome back to Freeport Community Park here for the bottom of the fourth inning between the Freeport Yellow Jackets and the Burrell Buccaneers in this section clash on a beautiful day at Freeport Community Park. My name is Joe Rhodes. I'm joined by Josh Reckengoss here. Jarrett Heilman on the mound for Freeport, pitching a shutout through the first 3 innings. First pitch, line to right field, and a line drive caught by the Freeport right fielder. First pitch, 1 out. So Jarrett Heilman doing a great job so far of really pitching to contact and really painting the zone too. It's the first out that Freeport was able to record. One of the few, I should say, few outs recorded by Freeport that wasn't via the strikeout. But Heilman doing a great job of pitching to contact. This is the second batter of the order. Henderson, number 6. Third pitch of the inning, strike. So 1 ball, 1 strike now on Henderson here in the top of the 4th inning, with Freeport leading 2-0. The pitch from Heilman, strike low. Run the count to 1 ball and 2 strikes now. Pitch coming from Heilman. Breaking pitch, dropping in there, and another strikeout looking for Heilman. So just like that, first 2 batters up, retired. First on a line drive to right field, the second on a strikeout looking by Henderson of Burrell. That brings McCallum to the plate, number 3 for Burrell. Marshall McCallum, the infielder. Ball high for ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes on the 7th batter in the order for Burrell. Strike called. So 1 ball, 1 strike now on McCallum. Heilman with the pitch. Ball low and outside. So 2 balls, no strikes here in the with 2 outs here, and a strike swinging. So 2 balls, 1 strike. As we mentioned, top of the 4th inning here at Freeport Community Park. And the pitch from Heilman. Ball fouled out of play down the first base line behind the Burrell dugout. So count now even, 2 balls, 2 strikes on the Burrell infielder. Heilman with the pitch. Timeout called while he's in his motion. Heilman didn't like that very much, and I have a hard time blaming him. Motion was certainly in motion when that timeout was called. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Heilman here with the payoff pitch. Breaking pitch lined down first base, but foul. Windy conditions here causing us to lose some of our paperwork. Our roster's kind of flying away on us. Josh tracking him down. Heilman here with the pitch. Ball lined. That will drop between the right fielder and center fielder, and the ball will get in quickly, so a single by McCallop. That will bring to the plate Fischbach, the number 8 hitter in the order. Or excuse me, this is Kerr. Kerr with the ball knocked down by the second baseman, thrown, but ball will go into the Burrell dugout. Runners will advance. So now,
somebody is going to get in trouble here by arguing that they also had third base and should be awarded a run just as Freeport got, Joe.
That is correct, Josh. That's what they're going to talk about here, and there's a visit between the Burrell coach and the umpiring crew here. So right now as it stands, runner on second and third because of the errant throw into the dugout. Great job by the Freeport second baseman to knock it down and get that throw off, but the errant throw skipping into the Burrell dugout. Now they're going to decide what to do. Does the runner on third get home like Freeport did in the second inning, or will they be stuck at second and third here with 2 outs? So an important moment in the game here for both teams, particularly Burrell, who trails here in the top of the 4th inning 2-0.
Yeah, long conversation about this one, Joe, and I'm sure the umpires are saying, well, I don't know what they're saying. I hate to speculate, but it doesn't seem as if Burrell is getting the explanation that they want.
So, regardless, it'll be Volopchik coming to the plate for Burrell here with 2 runners on and 2 down. So, runners will remain on second and third. The Burrell coach not winning his appeal here. But plenty to say to the umpiring crew as he finds his way back to the third base box.
Yeah, this is the Whippeal 3A Section 1 opener for both of these teams, Joe. And Freeport head coach Ed Carr said before the season that he thought Burrell was the lead dog. So you know Freeport wants this win badly, and Burrell seems to think that there's some home cooking going on from the umpires. So a tense atmosphere down here.
Trent Valachek looking to capitalize for Burrell. First pitch called strike. So 2 down here. 2 runners in scoring position for Burrell, trailing 2-0. So a pivotal moment in this game, Josh. And the pitch. This ball will be lined down left field line. That'll score 1, possibly 2. It will. So just like that, with 2 outs, Burrell able to strike and score 2 to not tie this game up, at 2 apiece in the top of the 4th inning.
Yeah, Trent Valachek delivering the 2-run, 2-out single here to tie the ball game. And I mean, Burrell is fired up in their dugout.
Huge spot by the 9th hitter in the order there, Josh, or the last hitter in the order for Burrell. Which brings us back to the top of the order. Number 22, Miller.
Right fielder Zach Miller. He is 0 for 2 with a strikeout so far, Joe.
So Heilman with the pitch. Ball will be grounded back to Heilman. He will walk it towards first, throw the runner out. But the damage has been done here. Burrell able to get some 2-out thunder and a two-out double, that scored 2. So after 3.5, it is Burrell 2, Freeport 2 for Josh Schreckengoss. My name is Joe Rhodes, Sample Sports Stream. We will be right back. back to the bottom of the fourth inning. We're going to change up the camera angle for you so you can see the pitcher and batter a little bit better here. Coming to the plate for Freeport. We're kind of unsure. This is part of the reason why we wanted to get this camera angle. Helps us out. Here's a ground ball. Hit to short. Number 6 scoops it up. He'll throw on to first. And out is number 21.
Matt Mitchell.
Matt Mitchell indeed.
So
2 pitches and 1 out.
Heilman got an at-bat there in the first inning. Unless this is him.
This will be the left-hander. Waiting on our game changer to adjust here, but Virag's still out there for Burrell. Virag with the pitch, ball low. So 1 ball, no strikes. 2, Jared Heilman. So 2-2 after Burrell able to score 2 runs in the top half of this inning, knotting things up at 2-all after Freeport scored 2 in the second inning. So pitcher-on-pitcher matchup here to the second at bat of the fourth inning. The ball will be fouled off. So 1-1 is the count after the fouled off pitch. Pitch from Virag, swinging strike. So 1 ball, 2 strikes on Jared Heilman.
Yeah, Virag gave up those 2 runs to Freeport in the second inning, and he's kind of settled down since, Joe.
This ball will also be fouled back behind the plate. So staying alive is the pitcher for Freeport, Jared Heilman, going against his opposing mound opponent. Luke Virag with the pitch, ball low, run the count even to 2 balls, 2 strikes here in the bottom of the fourth inning. You mentioned, Josh, a moment ago, this is a opener of the section for both of these teams, and I'm sure both of these teams prior to the season, there's a ball, so run into 3 balls, 2 strikes, but both of these teams I'm sure had an eye on each other coming into the season, so a lot of anticipation surrounding this contest tonight.
Yeah, this is definitely a matchup that, early in the season, that's strike 3 on Heilman right there. 5 in a row by Virag sat down in order.
So both pitchers doing well as far as strikeouts are concerned, Josh. This brings to the plate number 11, I believe.
That's Zach Allen.
It is indeed Zach Allen.
Scored the first run of the day for Freeport.
Swing and a miss for strike 1 on Allen. Second pitch skips in there for ball. So 1 ball, 1 strike on number 11, Allen. Virag with the pitch. Ball outside, so 2 balls, 1 strike now on the Burrell pitcher, who is wearing number 16 today. Pitch. That ball will be low as well, so.
Yeah, a couple of missed badly here by Virag. As I mentioned, working on 5 straight Freeport batters. Set down, looking to get out of this bottom of the fourth here.
3 balls, 1 strike in the pitch. This ball will be lined into the gap between center field and right field. This will be extra bases. Ball's in quickly, though, and that will keep Allen to a double. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning, and Allen able to maybe start a rally here with 2 outs, Josh.
Yeah, 2-out double by Allen, his second time on base. As I mentioned, he scored Freeport's first run of the game. He worked a walk in his first at-bat there in the bottom of the second inning. Joseph Italski coming up here.
Joe Italski taking cuts, looking to knock the runner from scoring position in here and reclaim the lead. First pitch strike to Italski. So as we mentioned, Heilman, the pitcher for Freeport, doing a good job of getting ahead early, and now Virag emulating that same approach, Josh.
It's a good formula for any pitcher.
Strike as well, so falling behind quickly is Italski. And the pitch, ball low and outside. That won't scoot away enough for the runner on second to advance.
Yeah, Allen thought about it a little hop towards third, but that ball didn't kick away far enough. Back to second base.
So one ball, 2 strikes here now on Natulski. Right, delivers. Ball will be grounded up the middle. Shortstop gets it. He bobbles but throws, and they're going to call him safe at first base. So runners now on the corners with 2 down. So Tulski there behind in the count, but able to run that ball out after the shortstop bobbled it. That's number 6 for Burrell, John Henderson.
Yeah, Henderson, I mean, you never know what's going to happen on a natural surface, Joe. This isn't PNC Park. These guys do a great job out here, but it's still, you get a tricky hop off a natural field. And right there, Henderson, tricky hop, unable to get the speedy Hatulski down to first base and nearly picked off.
He thought he had him, so he was safe at first on the pickoff attempt. Now Garrett Benton at the dish for Freeport, again with runners in the corner and 2 outs.
Boy, that would have been second Yellow Jacket base runner cut down on a pickoff today. Just barely back, Hatulski able to get back in.
And the pitch. Runner going to second base. Now he caught
Double
a run
steal.
down. Double
Got the
steal.
run in. Smart baseball there by Ed Carr. Got the double steal. Hung up long enough out there. Hatulski able to hang between first and second long enough for Allen to get in and score the go-ahead run, Joe.
Sure, they didn't want to get that third out there, Josh, but it was I guess it was an important out, I guess you could call it. So after 4 innings, Freeport able to reclaim the lead after the Buccaneers put 2 on the board earlier in this inning. So after 4, it's Freeport 3, Burrell 2. For Josh Schreckengoss, my name is Joe Rhodes, Sample Sports Stream. We will be right back. Inning here between the Freeport Yellow Jackets, who just reclaimed the lead after Burrell scored 2 in the top of the 4th inning. Freeport again leading 3-2 here in the top of the 5th. Jared Heilman back on the mound for the Yellow Jackets, having a strong performance. At the plate right now is Spohn for Burrell.
Hurricane force winds out here, Joe. I'm unable to get my scorecard together.
Strike, swing and a miss for Heilman there, so give him another K on the afternoon.
I believe that's 7. I'm going to have to count it as our chairs start to blow away.
Luckily, we have Freeport head boys basketball coach Wayne Greiser here to help us.
Coach Greiser, Johnny on the spot out here for us, picking up the flying lawn furniture.
For Burrell is very active pitcher. He's going to get under this one, popping.
It's going to be tricky with this wind.
And it's hauled in by the first baseman for the Yellow Jackets. So just like that, 2 down here in the top of the 5th inning. So Heilman efficiently getting through this inning so far, at least the first 2 batters, Josh.
Yeah, got that strikeout pitch working, Joe. He's been able to use that all day long. That was actually his 8th strikeout, now that I go back over my scorecard, since it's no longer blowing down the center field fence as it was last inning.
At the plate now is the catcher, Mock. Ball high.
Yeah, you know, Joe, we're out here in center field, and you really can't get a feel for Jared Heilman's velocity. I went down last inning that he was out there to get a couple of photos for the newspaper, and he's definitely popping the ball in there. When you get down to field level, you're only a couple of feet away from him. You really see that his velocity is giving Burrell trouble.
So Heilman now ahead in the count. And the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. So Heilman, another strikeout, sitting down 2 of the 3 batters faced in that half inning. So after 4.5, it's Freeport 3, Burrell 2 for Josh Schreckengoss. My name is Joe Rhodes, Sample Sports Stream. We will be right back.
We got to figure out how to get...
And welcome back to Freeport Community Park. My name is Joe Rhodes, joined by Josh Schreckengoss, and lucky enough to be joined by Freeport head basketball coach Wayne Greiser for this inning. Coach, thanks for hopping on the mic with us. Always enjoy getting to see you. And no basketball season's over, but as we keep telling you, I've talked to you a couple times since the end of basketball. Don't be a stranger. So great to have you out here today.
Yeah, thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
Hey, Coach, I saw Jalen Brown was just invited to play in the round ball. I saw that on your Twitter.
Yeah.
Another nice accolade for him and a stellar high school career.
Yeah, definitely. It's, a great honor for him. He's actually walking at us here, so he's here supporting the baseball guys as well. So it's good to see him out here.
There's Garrett Ben. Slow hit ball down the third baseline. He's able to run that one out. So leadoff runner on here in the bottom of the 5th inning for the Yellow Jackets. This is that being Garrett Ben. Yeah, Coach. Speaking of Jalen walking past us, we were just talking about him a moment ago. One of your marquee players and a guy that did a lot for the program over his 3 years, as we mentioned, as a starter, and being invited to that Round Ball Classic. I'm sure you're excited being his coach.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's a big honor for him. Get to go play one more game, high school career, Geneva. Against a lot of talented guys. It's a good weekend. He'll go up. They have practice on that Wednesday the 10th, then they have a dinner over at Cranberry Marriott on the 11th, and then he'll play on Friday night, and then there's a bunch of games Saturday as well.
This is Turdell at the plate for Freeport, the 8th batter in the order, wearing number 2 for the Yellow Jackets. So, Coach, do you get out to these games often?
I try to make some of them. The weather's nice. Nice to bring the girls up here and get them out in the air. And Coach Carr comes to a lot of the basketball games and supports us. So I like to get here, support the guys. We got a couple guys. Jarrett was on the team. Braden Clark, who's at second base, the second baseman on the team. So it's nice to have see some of these guys and support them in their other sports as well.
Absolutely. Are you a baseball guy?
I am. I actually was my first ever coaching job was the JV baseball job at Freeport for 4 years. So I actually played baseball in college too. So
awesome. Didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah. I played at BC3. Did pretty well there for a little while. Hold the career batting average record there. So.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Whoa!
It takes so long to tell us this.
Come on,
I've known you long
Mr.
enough.
Modesty.
Turnell grounding out to first there for the first out of the inning, but that does advance the runner to second. So 1 out, batter on second. Bringing to the plate is Clark. I believe Braden Clark.
Yep, Braden Clark.
Braden.
Yeah, Coach just leaning right into very gently bringing us into holding a school record in a sport that, maybe some wouldn't consider your forte because you're a known basketball guy, obviously.
Right. Baseball's been it was my first love when I was a kid. My dad had me around it a lot and played it all through. And in high school, I ran a men's league team in Freeport for a long time too. So been a baseball guy for a long, long time.
Well, Coach, you and I are the exact same age. We graduated high school the same year. And you're lucky I wasn't around the area because I would have dominated that league.
Yeah. Could have had you on the team. It would have been fun.
There's a foul, but caught by the catcher, so strike on Clark. 1 runner on, 1 out. Count even now, 2-2 on Braden Clark. Strike 3 swinging, so turning into a little bit of a pitcher's duel. A couple costly mistakes by both teams and throwing errors contributing to the score we have now at 3-2.
Yeah, Virag with his 4th strikeout of the afternoon. Excuse me, fourth strikeout of the afternoon. Heilman for Freeport with 9 punch-outs today.
Austin Kepis coming to the plate, number 5 for the Yellow Jackets, the leadoff hitter.
With those numbers, you'd expect a low-scoring, close game, and that's just what we have here.
Strike called. So 1 ball, 1 strike on Austin Kepis, the junior for the Yellow Jackets. You a Pirates guy, Coach? You catch Pirates games then when you have a chance?
I am, yeah. Yeah, I enjoy the Pirates. Such a beautiful stadium down there. It's great to go down there and see that as well.
Oh, we know you own school records in college and a baseball diamond. This is, I don't know. I guess we never really get to talk about other sports when we see you in the winter and stuff. So it's
I actually started football at Mercyhurst, and then I transferred to Butler County Community College and played basketball and baseball there. So
any track or cross country records? Any other sports? Lacrosse you want to tell us about now, Coach? While you have a chance?
I'm good. I'm a golfer. More of a hacker than a golfer.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm a hacker now.
We're going to have to take you up on at least 9 holes this summer then at some point.
Definitely.
Josh.
Get down to Buffalo, home of the Freeport Yellow Jackets golf team. My grandfather actually works down there on the grounds crew.
Oh, nice.
So
we have our golf outing there.
Yeah.
First Sunday in June, basketball team has their golf outing there. We love it there.
Count now 2-2 on Austin Kepis. Runner on second base here with 2 outs. Kepis looking to add to the Freeport lead with a base hit. Ball hit sharply to third. Third baseman will throw over. Nice scoop by the first baseman. A great pick indeed there, Josh. So Freeport unable to capitalize, but they do have the lead after the last inning. So after, was it 4.5 now, or are you 5.5?
This is after 5 full.
5 full, excuse me, Jess. I guess that was the part. So after 5 full, it's Freeport 3, Burrell 2. For Josh Schreckengoss and Coach Wayne Greiser, my name is Joe Rhodes, Sample Sports Stream. We will be right back. And welcome back to Freeport Community Park for the top of the 6th inning here. Freeport holding on to a 3-2 lead. Freeport scoring 2 in the second to take a early 2-0 lead. And last inning, Burrell able to tie things up at 2-all, but the bottom half of that inning, Freeport tacking on a run to take the 3-2 lead that we now sit with here. Also joined by Freeport head boys basketball coach Wayne Greiser, who's joining us on the broadcast, informing us that he has a couple school records in baseball at BC3. We did not know this, Coach.
It's quiet. Nobody talks about baseball and basketball season.
That's right.
Heilman with the pitch. There's a ball called there. It'll be 1 ball, 1 strike now on Ferris, the batter for Burrell. The pitch by Heilman. Breaking pitch. Didn't come back in enough, so it'll be 2 balls and 1 strike.
Coach, what's the off-season looking like so far? Have you had any downtime?
We took a little bit of time off. Our season-ending banquet was Friday, March 15th.
That ball is fouled.
Then we started up, we call it speed and skills workouts. We're going every Monday and Wednesday from 7 to 9, so that started that Monday right after it. So we've been getting anywhere between 8 and 14 guys in the 8th through 11th grade. We got the boosters bought us a Vertimax, so we're using that to work on our explosiveness and things like that. So going well.
So really no off-season?
No. That's what my wife says. There's no off-season in basketball.
Strikeout there by Heilman.
Double figures for him. That's number 10. Heilman is dealing. It seemed like he got stronger after his team retook the lead there. 2 strikeouts last inning. Starts off the 6th with a strikeout. He's dealing, Joe.
That'll bring Henderson to the dish. First pitch, ball. Pitched pretty efficiently too. I'd like to think. Not too many innings that really got away from him, and ended up having to throw more pitches than he had to. Here in the 6th inning now.
Yeah, he seems comfortable. He seems confident.
John Henderson, the 6th batter in the order for Burrell. 5'10", 155-pound junior for the Buccaneers. He lines it into center field for a base hit. So now 1 on and 1 out for Burrell.
That's Henderson's 2nd hit of the day. A couple of singles. He had a stolen base in the 2nd inning once he was led off that inning with a base hit.
That'll bring to the plate Marshall McCallop. Right-handed batter for Burrell. Now 1 on and 1 out. Jared Heilman on the mound for the Yellow Jackets. First pitch strike.
Coach, how much do you think the game of high school basketball has changed since you and I graduated high school way back in the 20th century?
It's changed a little bit. Definitely more of an emphasis on the 3-point shot. A lot more people are shooting that. Everybody wants to be a guard. Everybody wants to be Steph Curry. So, it's definitely changed a lot that way, I feel like.
What's the hardest thing when you get a kid that all he wants to do is shoot?
Ball in the gap there, just getting under the shortstop's glove. So now runner on first and second here for Burrell with just 1 out.
Couple of hits there, yeah. How hard is it to get a young kid out of that shooter mentality where he thinks he's going to walk onto the court and shoot like Steph Curry?
Well, it's hard a little bit, but as long as you're around them and we show them what to do and things like that, it gets easier. So, just a lot of communication and stuff. So, but kids are, if they put in the time, we have no problem with them shooting.
Yeah,
that's
for
what
sure.
We stress all the time. Shoot or shoot.
Heilman here in the stretch. Runner on first and second, 1 out. Brings the plate Fischbach for Burrell. Strike 1.
Need a ground ball here would be nice.
Ground ball maybe to the left side of the infield would be ideal.
Ooh.
High pitch strike.
Got a gift
not
right
one
there.
that hits the umpire.
Yeah.
Heilman now with 1 out and ahead in the count. 0 balls, 2 strikes. So definitely a pitcher's pitch coming up. Ball high. So 1 ball, 2 strike. Noticed on Twitter a couple of your basketball guys were doing pretty well in the track as well. I think it was Alessino and Vinnie Clark
Yeah, they did pretty well. There's a ground ball we need.
They'll throw on to first, 1 out, or 2 outs, excuse me, now, but runner's able to advance up to second and third.
Yeah, a little too slow on that ground ball, I think, for Clark to try and whip it and turn that 4-6-3.
And I know you're a basketball coach. You want your guys getting up shots and doing stuff basketball-wise all year round, but are you one of those guys that appreciate when they do play other sports like that just because it maybe adds a little bit something to their skill set and their overall maybe development?
Oh, yeah. We want competitors. We want guys who want to go out and compete. So, if they're out on the golf team, cross country, I don't care what, I want them out there competing and stuff. And, we work well with the coaches. That's why we do it later at night. All this work we do, there's very little chance of them being injured, so they're able to come get some shots up if they want. And we work. Baseball has a lot of off-season stuff on Sundays, and we stress our guys to get to that stuff too. Smaller schools, you got to work together, coaches.
Well, and that's one thing that I was going to bring up earlier to you, Coach, when you said, about getting out to some games and Coach Carr getting to basketball games. That's one thing that I think if you spend enough time around the Freeport Athletic Department that you see a lot of other coaches. Coach Sprumont from the golf team, he's always at the basketball games. And you guys are always there to support one another, and that's a kind of a cool thing, like you said.
Pitch gets past the catcher. That'll be a pass ball, certainly, and that ties up the game. That's rough. Heilman cruising here and just escaping his catcher and allowing that runner from third to advance. Also the runner from second moving to third. This is Valacek, Trent Valacek, the infielder outfielder for Burrell. So an unfortunate play there for the Yellow Jackets. Hit him right in the glove and just ricocheted off and escaped enough for the runner from third to advance home. So 3-3 now. And a timeout called.
All the football games, I think it was, other than maybe the last two, it might be colder today at this baseball game than the football game.
It's that wind biting up here.
It's brisk. It's sunny.
Nice spot. Just missed on that pitch.
Yeah, the strike zone has varied today to be very kind about it.
2-2 count here. Jared Heilman looking to escape this inning. Himself ball grounded to third. That'll be in play. Long throw. Great job by number 11 there.
Zach Allen.
Yeah, Allen with the great throw to first. So 3 outs, but unfortunately the Burrell Buccaneers able to capitalize on that pass ball. They tied up 3-3. So after 5.5, it is Burrell 3, Freeport 3. For Josh Schreckengoss and Joe Rhodes, Sample Sports Stream, we will be right back. Welcome back to Freeport Community Park here. Bottom of the 6th inning. 3, 4, 5 batters in the order. first pitch deep out here to center field, brought in by number 1, Fishbaugh. So 1 up, 1 down here in the bottom of the 6th for Freeport.
1 pitch. You know, you're getting late in the game here. Not sure Coach Carr said go out and swing at the first pitch. Probably want Virag to keep throwing.
Senior Evan McCrae now at the dish. I believe this is Mitchell, actually.
Yeah, I think Dom Kearns DHing for Evan McCrae.
So Mitchell at the dish for Freeport. Ball low. Is Matt Mitchell, the junior. Swing and a miss by Mitchell. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Breaking pitch fouled off. Way to battle that one. Should be noted that Luke Virag still out there for Burrell. Number 16 on the mound. And the pitch. Ball
just off.
Outside. That'll run the count even, 2-2. So, Coach, you end up knowing a lot of these guys who aren't the basketball team. You kind of learn about them maybe through the grapevine or just watching some of the games like you are today?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and a lot of them.
This ball is drilled here right to where we're standing in the gap. Ball will get in quickly, so he'll be limited to a single, but Freeport has a base runner here now in the bottom of the 6th with just one out. But you were saying, Coach, I'm sure you end up knowing a lot of these guys and you know, learning about them just by the number of games you go to. And as Josh mentioned, that's one great thing we've noticed about Freeport is, you know, all the coaches are very supportive of the other teams, and here you are today, you know, checking out some baseball.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and a lot of them, you know, we run elementary camps, and a lot of them play through elementary or junior high, like Matt Mitchell there. He played until he's a sophomore. He played on the JV team 2 years ago as a sophomore. So, you know, a lot of guys have been around, you know, elementary camp and stuff. So I know a lot of them, you know, go to all the football games. My brother-in-law is a senior, so I know a lot of them, you know, football through, you know, sports like that. So you get to see them a lot.
1-1 count here on pitcher Jared Heilman. Pitcher-on-pitcher matchup here. 1 on, 1 out for the Yellow Jackets here in the bottom of the 6th, tied up 3-3 against the Burrell Buccaneers. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Almost didn't put my coat in the car today. Thankfully, I did.
I should have brought another coat.
And a blanket, maybe a fire pit.
Or just broadcast from one of our cars. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Heilman. Long look, pitch, fouled off, so Heilman able to stay alive there.
I mean, they're just busting Heilman inside every single pitch. He's not getting anything out over the plate. He's not making solid contact. And Virag, I mean, you got to keep throwing to the same spot if he's going to keep swinging and missing.
Runner on first here. Ball outside. Catcher able to corral that one before it reached the backstop. Every run important at this stage of the game.
Oh, extremely important.
So the count now, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Jared Halvin. Throw to first. Safe. If I didn't have a corded headset here, I'd have to run around maybe for a little bit to
a couple laps.
Stay warm. 2-2 count. Ball rolls slowly to second base. That'll advance the runner at least for Heilman. Moving to second base was Mitchell. So 2 outs now. Runner at least now in scoring position for Allen, coming to the dish for the Yellow Jackets. I believe that's Allen.
Yeah, Zach Allen been on base both times this afternoon. A walk in the second inning, a double in the fourth. See if he can come up with a big hit here for the Yellow Jackets.
2 out, runner on second for Allen. Breaking pitch, strike 1. Both pitchers mixing their pitches well today.
Yeah, it's been a nice pitching performance from both sides.
Ball low, runs the count even 1-1. certainly in the early days of spring, but certainly doesn't feel quite like spring yet with these windy, cold temperatures. There's a ball line deep down the right field line.
Big right
and
there.
That's huge. That'll score a run for Allen. He's going to round first, and he's going to cruise into second comfortably with the 2-out double. So a great at-bat there by Allen. Zach Allen, the junior infielder, playing third. He had a nice play last half inning. Long throw from third base to first base to get the final out, and here he is with 2 outs in this situation and coming up with another big play.
Yeah, 2 for 2, couple of doubles, couple of runs scored, an RBI. I think if things hold up, Ed Carr might be getting a famous game ball out for Mr. Allen.
So that makes it now 4-3. You want to get that out or get that run here in the bottom of the 6th, because then you don't have to bat in the 7th if you're able to hold the lead.
Well, we certainly want that to happen.
It's a little cold. Coach Wayne's cold too. We're all cold.
I can't wait to get in the gym tonight for open gym.
There you go. Coach, we might have to join you and get some run in. Get the blood pumping.
So at the dish now for the Yellow Jackets, Joseph Hatalski. What's Hatalski done so far today, Josh?
He scored a run in the 2nd, reached on an error in the 4th.
There's the pitch. Hatalski out in front of that one. And that's strike 3, but the damage has been done after 6 innings here now. Freeport jumping back ahead 4-3 on the double by Allen. So 6 innings left. If Freeport can escape this next half inning, they will claim this section matchup against their rival Burrell. For Josh Schreckengoss, my name is Joe Rhodes, Sample Sports Stream. We will be right back. And welcome back to the top of the 7th here at Freeport Community Park. Freeport able to retake the lead there in the the bottom of the 6th on a double by Allen, putting Freeport up 4-3 and looking to close things out here in the top of the 7th. At the plate for Burrell is Zach Miller.
Yeah, let's see if Jarrett Howman can finish off what has been a very, very solid starting pitching performance today for Freeport.
Pitch, this ball's popped straight up in the air between the catcher and the third baseman. Third baseman calls him off. Great job. That's Allen again for the first out here in the top of the 7th. Howman a bulldog today for sure.
Yeah.
It's rare to see a complete game in high school these days with the last year the changes in the pitch count and pitching rules, I guess you could say.
It's rare to see a complete game at any level of baseball anymore. You got managers taking out no-hitters, or you got managers taking out starting pitchers with no-hitters intact in the majors. So
Tanner Spoon, the second batter of the inning for Burrell. The lefty. Howman with the pitch. This ball popped up again. This one's going to be right at Allen once again.
Ooh, windy.
Knocked off his hat, but still able to make the play. So 2 down here, only 1 left. 1 out remaining between Freeport and the opening section win against Burrell. Coach, obviously this is kind of a rivalry, Burrell.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, especially baseball. It's a big rival. Coach Carr, talked about it. And that this is a team that everybody expected to be the top dog in the section. So we can get this last out here, it'd be a big win. Kind of surprised by Burrell going after a lot of pitches early. First 2 batters there.
Yeah.
Strike 2. So just like that, Heilman getting ahead in the count. Nice breaking pitch for the first pitch, and then tying him up there, or freezing him, excuse me.
Still throwing pretty hard, too.
Yep, and this one's going to be the hardest one of the game.
That ball is lined foul. Very
Off
close.
The chalk, just in front of third base, Joe. And he tried to crank it up to blow that third strike past Luke Virag, his mound opponent today. Virag slapped at it just foul in front of third base.
It's fitting that Heilman would have to get Virag for the final out here possibly in this 7th inning. The pitch. Ball's going to be grounded to short. This could be it. Throw on. He is safe. That was a very close play. I think the right call, though, but still close, and that's a tough throw for the shortstop, kind of ranging to his right.
Boy, Virag busting it down that line. He did not want to be the final out of the game.
Hatalski there. That was a nice job fielding that, but again, a tough play.
That's a tough play.
It is.
Luckily, he's a left-handed batter. He would have been out.
Yep.
There's a couple steps.
Yep.
Saved him a couple steps.
Coach Carr taking the walk to the mound here.
Wonder if we're at the pitch count.
Yep, I'm sure we are. 6 2/3 today for Heilman. Just a really, really great outing for him in this section opener against Burrell. 6 2/3, 10 strikeouts today, Joe.
Well, that's a great outing by Heilman. Definitely the ace of the staff. As Coach Carr told me yesterday, I came up here to kind of scope things out a little bit and for our broadcast today, and he mentioned that that's going to be his go-to pitcher this year, and we saw that on display today.
Looks like we're bringing another basketball guy, Braden Clark, to close it down.
There you go. Will be Clark here to try to get this final out, runner on first, 2 outs, and Freeport leading 4-3.
Braden's probably most well known for being Mr. Smiles. He's always smiling.
Mr. Smiles.
We're going to have to maybe carry that nickname on our next broadcast.
Start a restaurant with that name.
Mr. Smiles.
Bar, restaurant, lounge here in Sarver, Mr. Smiles. I like it.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's what happened there. Heilman was allowed to face that final batter, but couldn't go on anymore. Because I know what is the rule? You can go over 100 pitches, I think it is.
If you start an at-bat prior to reaching 100, you're allowed to finish that at-bat.
A lot of shuffling going on here. Not sure. Hopefully this is the final out of the game because there's guys in and out of the Freeport dugout here. Josh knows the dugouts here at Freeport quite well, the purple dugouts.
Oh, man. You had to bring that up, didn't you?
Josh, infamous for taking some photos here in the past.
Well, I made the mistake of lining the Freeport Yellow Jackets up on one of those purple dugout walls to take their headshots for the newspaper.
For the folks here, let's let them see what we're talking about. It's a purple dugout.
It's a purple, and let me tell you, that'll grab your camera's autofocus like nobody's business. And for 2 years in a row, Joe, I had the Freeport Yellow Jackets just slightly out of focus. This year, I decided to take them down to the soccer field with the giant mural of the Yellow Jacket. Let's see how great those turn out with those striped jerseys.
So here we are. Braden Clark, as mentioned earlier, trying to close this one out for Jared Heilman, who just exited the game. He'll be facing Mock, the catcher. The ball first pitch, fouled, out of play. It's going to be close.
Hanging.
And just unable to make the play there was number 21, Matt Mitchell.
Mitchell giving it his best effort. I mean, it's tough. I've played a lot of first base in my life. I know that feeling when you're getting close. Just a million things go through your head. Am I going to go over it? Am I going to get my spike stuck in it? It's a tough play to make over by that fence for a first baseman, especially on a ball over your head.
Not to mention with this wind we're having today as well. So
the wind and the sun. The sun's a bad spot on that side of the field.
Yeah,
that's true. And the pitch by Clark low and outside. So 1 ball, 1 strike here, 2 outs. The tying run on first base here for Burrell. Braden Clark trying to close things out for the Yellow Jackets. Pitch high, ball 2.
One thing a good outfielder does for their teammate in the outfield is yell out where the fence is. Nobody does that for a first baseman.
This coming from a first baseman?
Well, I used to be an outfielder.
The pitch, ball lined in the hole, tough play. Allen laying out for it, but that won't allow the runner to go any further than second base. But here we are, 2 outs, runner on first and second.
Yeah, the Bucks obviously fired up by Virag, able to beat that ball down the line. Howman comes out of the game, and Burrell doesn't want to just let this go.
Eli Ferris coming to the dish here, the left-handed swinging first baseman / outfielder. .6'1", 200 listed on the Burrell roster. Here's a swing off of Clark. He can't find it. He's going to scoop it up quickly, throw it to first.
Good pick by Mitchell.
And a great job by Mitchell and Clark there. Didn't see the ball, but a great job by Clark to stay with that play. And just like that, the Yellow Jackets escape here with a section victory, 4-3 over rival Burrell. Coach, your thoughts?
That's a loose ball drill that we run a lot of time in basketball. I'm going to take a little credit for that right there.
Mr. Smiles sticking with it there.
Mr. Smiles sticks with it. Probably stung him a little bit, but he's still smiling.
He's not feeling that right now, Coach. Big win for the Yellow Jackets here at home. Open up the section schedule with a victory over that lead dog that Coach Carr mentioned to us in the preseason and mentioned, I'm sure, to you as well, Coach. That's a big win for the Yellow Jackets early on.
Definitely, great effort there. Jarrett pitched a great game. Defense played pretty well. Great came in there again, closed it down. Got the timely hits we need to. Zach Allen, I'm going to assume, is going to get one of those
Car game balls,
Car game balls. So
be looking for that on Twitter tonight. One thing we have to say, Coach, is we love how active you and Coach Carr are on Twitter. Provides us valuable information. We want to do our best to spotlight you guys and what you guys have going on. So thanks as always for being so active on Twitter.
No problem. We appreciate it. Like we talk about as coaches, we love that you guys give our players and our athletes the spotlight and give them the This is another difference from when we played. There was none of this happening back in the day. You'd have a still photographer and a reporter there doing the game. Now, people are able to see this live, and watch the games on replays, and it's awesome. Especially when you get a big win like this.
Definitely.
I'm sure some guys will be rewatching this a couple times.
Oh yeah. Well, we know. Armstrong. We did the Armstrong, Indiana broadcast last week, as Joe mentioned, and those Armstrong players have made several comments to us about rewatching it. So it's something nice, as you said, to get up for those kids and the parents, of course, too.
Right. Definitely. Yeah. And hopefully the girls across the way here battling Burrell as well. Hopefully they get a big win as well.
Might have to sneak down there and catch the conclusion of that one.
Absolutely. Well, that's going to wrap it up here. Freeport, big win here against rival Burrell in the opening section matchup between these two teams, or for each of these teams, and Freeport able to escape with a 4-3 victory in this matchup. So that about wraps it up for Josh Streckengoss. Coach Wayne Greiser, thanks so much again, Coach, for joining us today. That'll do it for us here at Freeport, winning this game over Burrell 4-3. Thanks again for tuning in to Sample Sports Stream. Make sure to visit us online at samplesports.com and on Twitter at SampleSportsARM.